This is Boomer Life Lessons and Stories. We're going to start episode 3 shortly. Episode 3 is entitled Endeavor to Persevere. Wow. What does that mean? Endeavor to persevere. Well, stay tuned. We'll talk about it here shortly, but I'd like to remind you, please like and subscribe. That will help me continue delivering these videos to you if you find value in them. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Endeavor to persevere. That's a quote. The title is put into quotations. It is a quote from one of the characters in the movie Outlaw Josie Wells. Yes, I have to say it. I like spaghetti westerns. And those westerns, especially that star Clint Eastwood. He was a man of few words, but he was all about action. He took care of business, right? And that's what we're here to do. We're here to take care of business. We want to know, what does endeavor to persevere mean? Well, it could mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. You know, this quote, endeavor to persevere, has caused me a lot of moments of great thought. Now, not greatness of thought, but just in-depth thought. What do the writers of the script of that movie intend to convey to the viewer of the movie? Let me set the scene. The Outlaw Josie Wells really was a person that basically was a good person, but everybody thought he was an outlaw. And so he was always kind of trying to avoid the law enforcement. And along his journeys, he was trying to get to a ranch that I think he was trying to buy or had bought. And that was his dream end state, to be on that ranch living somewhere. Might have been in the great state of Texas. It might have been in the great state of Arizona. I don't remember exactly, but I have seen the movie several times. But along the way, as he traveled to reach that destination while avoiding the law enforcement, people started kind of glomming onto him. In other words, as he was traveling through the countryside, people would come up and see him on the road and start talking to him, and they just kind of stayed with him. Why did they stay with him? Because there was something about him that attracted them to him. Either the words he didn't say, the words he did say, the actions he took. And we've all heard that old adage, action speaks louder than words, and that is true. So be careful. Action speaks louder than words. But as he was going on, he would camp out at night, and these people would sit around the campfire and just chat with him. So one of the characters said to him, I was invited to see the president, and I'm paraphrasing here because some of the language that was being used might not have been appropriate for these times. But he said, I was invited to see the president. And Josie Wells says, oh, well, that's kind of interesting. What did the president have to say? And the gentleman said, well, he said, endeavor to persevere. And at that moment, I thought, what's he trying to say to me? What's he trying to convey to me, who's now engaged and involved with the story? I don't know why. Have you ever heard something that's kind of just stuck with you? I have a list of quotes that I share with friends and students when I teach that kind of convey life lessons. And this is one of them. I added it to my list, endeavor to persevere. Because I've spent a lot of time through the years thinking about that movie. And once in a great while, the writers of the scripts of movies and shows that you may watch say something significant that is meaningful to the time. And this one seemed to be meaningful to me, right? Now, I probably saw the movie back in the 1970s, saw it again in the 80s, in the 90s, and I've probably seen it since then. So I've seen the movie several times. Endeavor to persevere. Wow. What does it mean to you? I said earlier that it may not mean the same thing to other people as it means to me. But I've got to tell you, looking at my life, and I'm on the back end of my career, actually, but looking at my life as I worked through from a young person all the way into my senior years, I think I understand what it was intended to mean. I think it means work hard at working hard. Work hard at working hard. And the reason why I say that is that I know that everything that I have been able to achieve, the good things in my life, have come from me focusing on something that I wanted to have happen out in the future, thinking critically about that future state, throwing myself out into that future state and looking around to see what the landscape looked like, and looking at the forces that would be impinging upon me in that future state, and saying, oh, these things I need to watch out for. These other things I need to take care of as part of the plan to achieve this future state. And then come back to the present, create the plan, and then work hard at working hard on each step of the plan to make sure that you're able to make and achieve your goal. Now, I said in a previous video, plans are made to be changed, right? So don't fret. Plans are made to be changed. A plan is a roadmap to the future, and everything that you say or do today has a bearing on your future. And so I've come to understand that as long as I cast myself out into the future, look around at the landscape, understand what's going to possibly happen, or the steps that I need to take in order to make something happen, then come back to the present and create the plan. And then execute to the plan, working hard at working hard. I can achieve those things that I want to achieve. Now, if you say that you want to become, the first person to land on Mars, and I'm looking forward to the day that I'll see the first woman take a step on the moon and then take a step on Mars, and then the next person after that, and the next person after that, or the first man, right, to step on Mars. I think it'll be a great achievement. But somebody has to have the dream first to want to be that person. And then what do they have to do? They have to arrange their life activity and striving to achieve each incremental step that will bring them to the point that they're qualified for that position or that goal. And then they're able to apply and achieve it. I know that bad things happen to good people, and it's hard to explain why those things do happen. I do believe in free will. I believe that things happen that are outside our control, and we have to then work through those bad things. I don't look at unforeseen things that couldn't possibly have been predicted happening that turn out to be very bad. I don't look at them as bad. I look at them as obstacles to overcome. And by making a plan to overcome them and then working hard at working hard, I'm able to maybe make the best of it, whether I achieve the goal or not. It's kind of interesting. Another one of my favorite quotes comes from one of my former football coaches when I was back in high school. He said, goals are important, but they're not as important as the work you do in trying to achieve the goal. And that's very meaningful. The work that you do in trying to achieve a goal puts you in a better place. It makes you more knowledgeable. You learn lessons. You learn what to do, what not to do, and you become a better person. But I know that nothing is achieved by doing nothing, right? Nothing is achieved by sitting back and waiting for things to happen to you rather than taking a proactive step out and embracing the future and making a plan and actively going after it, conquering each step in your plan to that ultimate achievement. Working hard at working hard is meaningful to me. Endeavoring to persevere no matter what type of obstacle is thrown in front of you. Think about yourself in that future state. If you're given something that's almost too unbearable to endure, think about that future state. You're doing this to get to a better place. And I tell some of the undergraduates that I have the good fortune to teach. I tell them that you're putting money in the bank by working on your engineering degree or working on your degree. You're putting money in the bank because all that you're learning here is going to be very useful to you when you get into your career, and it's going to allow you to earn a salary that is very, very good right after you graduate. So making a plan and sticking to the plan, working hard to get to that ultimate goal, endeavoring to persevere and overcoming the obstacles is the lesson, the life lesson that I've learned in so many different ways. So yes, the outlaw Josie Wells, those spaghetti westerns taught me a lot. I'm here because of everything that I've seen, smelt, tasted, felt, dreamed of, wanted, and desired, as I said in the previous video, in the previous episode. I'm the sum total of everything that I've experienced. I'm shaped by those people that have reached out and touched me, those people that I've engaged with, the good things that have happened to me and the bad things that have happened to me. I'm here because of all of that. And I endeavored to persevere. And so can you. So with all of that, I hope this has been meaningful to you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and help me manage this YouTube video so that I can bring more of these boomer life lessons and stories. With that, all the best, and I will see you in some future video. Take care.